Ladies and gentlemen of the old world, I hope you're all doing well, and welcome to this community showdown. It's going to be the Demons of Chaos, led by Bob That Builder, facing off against the Vampire Counts, who shall be led by Oishi here on the Halls of Karagdoom. Actually very lore-friendly, because I don't know if you guys have read the Gotrek and Felix books, but basically, Karagdoom is an ancient dwarven hold that the northern Chaos Wastes weren't always the Chaos Wastes, and basically the Chaos Wastes, the lore of them is that they're spreading further and further south each year. So there were former points of civilization, like dwarven holds, that used to be there until the Chaos Wastes overtook them, right? And, shit obviously got pretty bad when that happened. But the Halls of Karagdoom are basically a spin on Moria from the Gotrek and Felix books. And then when Gotrek and Felix go there I can't remember exactly why they go there. I think it's like recover some artifact or do something. But anyways, at the bottom, there's a Bloodthirster waiting, right? And it's very much like the Balrog from Lord of the Rings. But yeah, it makes sense. The Vampire Counts are here to find some like Eldritch artifact, and there's a Bloodthirster waiting, which is great fun. So here in the front, it is going to be Nurglings, as well as the Heralds of Khorne's Fury. Okay. So, I mean, in theory, against Vampiric Infantry and even against Cryptors with the fire damage, these guys can do some work. They will be potentially threatened by Cryptors stacked up with Chaff, but we'll have to see. So, Tzeentch and Demons have always been very good against the Vampire Counts, and we do have Plague Bearers in the front line. And, man, oh man, it is going to be an Exalted Bloodthirster from Bob and a Nurgle Caster. You got to love this. Look at the romance, the passion between these two characters. So, yeah, that's going to be fun stuff here as we do see the Rot Beast flying forward. And, yeah, that's going to be that, ladies and gentlemen. So, for the Vampire Counts, for Oishi, it is going to be a Master Necromancer. So, bringing the Gaze of Nagash, Raise Dead, and Invocation, very standard kit. Double White Kings on the ground with zombies and corpse carts and skeletons. So, all the chaff units that you guys know and love from the Vampire Counts. And on the far side, it is going to be Black Knights, and I like the Vargeist pick. Vargeist are going to be very punishing against those Heralds of Khorne's Fury if they're, like, tar-pitted by something else. And yeah, Black Knights are pretty good at diving Tzeentch and Demons. So if somebody comes in with a bunch of blues and pinks, you have like Shot Cav that can clean them up very quickly. So I like that choice. I think that's pretty cool. So the two players going to be posturing up as Objective 1 goes to the Demons, and Objective 3 going to be going to the Demons as well. And what is this Exalted Bloodthirster going to be doing? Okay, Gaze of Nagash activated on the Nurgle Sorcerer. Now, that's kind of a cute idea. Personally, though, I think like with the fact that he has Fleshy Abundance, he did bring it, right? Oh my god, did he not bring it? He did, okay. He's going to be able to heal through that pretty cost-effectively. Like, Overcasted Gaze of Nagash is pretty expensive. It's more of an even trade, I suppose. I think they'll be in the same ballpark. On the outside, we do get some Chaos Furies of Khorne being called in. These things are nice because they give you very big aerial dominance. They trade extremely well into the Vargeists with their high DPS and, are just a menacing unit. And this Necromancer better watch out. If those guys swarm him, he could take a hell of a lot of damage. And now we do see a bit of an Air Force duel, as we do see the Rotfly Sorcerer as well as the Exalted Bloodthirster chasing. And he's going to be popping the Deathbringer. Oh, it's like the name of a metal album, dude. I freaking love it. Just cleaving zombies. And look at the HP off that corpse card. Holy shit. That was pretty badass. Yeah, you better get back up in the sky. Oh, man, he's going to get trapped back here. These are Varix Reavers, but there are some Furies back here. Okay, this is going to be a messy as hell fight. So in the front, we do see the Heralds of Khorne's Fury coming in. So those are the badass Blood Crushers of Khorne, a super heavy metal name as well, cutting through the zombies. And we do have a pit fight in the backfield as we see the Exalted Bloodthirster trying to get away. It'd be a real shame. They sent me this replay, so it must be a good one. And I think the Bloodthirster is going to find a way out. He's probably going to weasel his way out the back and jump. I mean, he could fight back here for a while and occupy a lot of the Vampire army, but certainly doesn't feel like it's super worth it. Vampire Counts have moved up and taken this objective. It looks like the Nurglings are going to be fleeing the scene. And did the Bloodthirster get away? He's still waddling. I mean, he's pretty tanky and does have access to healing, and that's a hell of a lot of units chasing him back here. But Oishi certainly on the hunt as the Exalted Bloodthirster. Does he turn and fight, or does he keep trying to run? I think you got to try and run there and use some of the Furies, like pull them up and around the outside to try and rescue that. So we're going to fast forward through this Benny healing moment here as we see the Bloodthirster trying to make his way back. He's like Willem Dafoe in Platoon. Hopefully it doesn't have the same outcome, but yeah, he's going to be cruising. And in the meantime, we do see the Demons of Chaos advancing on the home objective of the Vampire Counts, using the Tzeentch and Demons and the Heralds of Khorne's Fury, able to punch back those Black Knights. And I think the Bloodthirster is going to make it. He's not going to get Willem Dafoe'd here at the very end of this push. Yeah, so we see the Furies landing. The Nurgle Sorcerer is nearby as well, and that is going to be heal on the Exalted Bloodthirster. It looks like he's going to fight now, and yeah, the Furies will do some work. I mean, they're not slouches. I mean, against the Dire Pack, yeah, they should be good. Dire Pack is an anti-large unit. But all those Black Knights coming in are going to present pretty big problems here, guys. And yeah, the Bloodthirster is fighting in the Mines of Moria. He has up to 800 value, which isn't bad. He does do fire damage and magic damage, so the magic damage or fire damage highly relevant against the some of the undead units, especially the Cryptors. So yeah, he's bonking. He pops the Locus of Virulence, from the Plague Ridden, and also is going to be dropping it like it's hot with Deathbringer, so huge stat line buff here. Now, up in the sky, we do see the Nurgle Herald going after the Master Necromancer, and it is a 2-cap for the Demons of Chaos. And I guess you just let this big Greater Demon fight here in the Gladiator pits for a while. He's trying to get away through the backside of the formation. He has done some okay damage, probably up to about 1k value so far. Yeah, about 1,000 value there. Vampire counts look like they were thinking about pushing the back objective, but this is a beautiful play by Bob that Builder. The Hellforged Hosts are like one of the best anti-infantry units in the entire game. They will massacre these White Kings if they stay in combat. The White Kings are going to get absolutely crushed, which we'll see if Oishi's paying attention. And yeah, the Bloodthirster is honestly in pretty good shape. You know, he is a good fighter. You know, people assume Khorne is like Unga Bunga squishy, but they're not. Khornate units are tanky. They're not like Nurgle units, obviously. They don't, but they're not like, yeah, they can stand and bang. They have some decent defensive capabilities on some of them. So the Greater Demon trying to push through here. It looks like he's a little bit trapped up by one of the Cryptors. And, you know, on one coin, like, Oishi has a massive portion of his army back here. Like a colossal portion fighting this Bloodthirster, which is kind of a weird distraction card effects here. And, you know, it is allowing the Demons to trade relatively well in some of these other areas. The Heralds of Khorne Fury getting a nice surround here with the Plague Bearers and chewing through a lot of these units. We are seeing a Corpse Cart go down. And in the back, the big scaries, yeah, the Hellforged Host able to chase away the White King, securing the home objective for the Demons of Chaos. So will the Bloodthirster escape? The dreaded episode continues. Okay, it looks like he maybe was able to get away. He found an opening, and if he gets back up in the sky, I'm going to laugh so hard. Dude, that is so many vampire units. How much gold is this? Like 900, you know, okay, 9, 18, plus these guys are like 1,000. Dude, that's like 4,000 or 5,000 gold worth of units chasing this one Bloodthirster. So yeah, you know, in a way, the distraction worked, and I think Homie's actually going to escape here. And in the meantime, it looks like the Vampire Count's maybe going to go for the home objective. Oh, but this is such a good demon play! Like, lulling his opponent into a false sense of confidence, you know, occupying him with the battle over there, and then calling in the Changebringers. So this is like a really good example of how to like turn a blunder into like, you know, a decent situation, right? Yeah, he read the room well. But yeah, the Changebringers are going to cook a lot of these undead units, and he should be able to call in some Nurglings and or Plague Bearers or anything to really hold that point. On the backside here, a Big Daddy has returned, and I mean, he's basically good as new. You know, Nurgle, Papa's blessings on Khornate Champion. You gotta love it. And he is going to be going after the Vampire Lord here. So the Bloodthirster is up in the sky, and looks like he did miss that time. He's a little bit rusty. You know, he hasn't been seen play in a while. Now, where do the two Black Knights go? Are they going to go for the home objective? And Changebringers are once again going to go try and make sure that doesn't get taken. And Hellforged Host, they are doing work. They are cutting through Skeleton Spearmen. We do have the Plague Ridden on the ground fighting. Couple Blues trapped up by the White Kings. But we do see the Necromancer getting his butt kicked. He's taking a lot of damage from this Bloodthirster, which is just hot on his tail right here. Currently, Bloodthirster pretty healthy, and the Necromancer forced to use a healing ability on himself. Oh, but the Nurgling counter push coming in, so Bob saving up enough resources to call in 3 Nurglings and opts to do a split push on this objective. Nurglings will defeat zombies and Skeleton Spearmen, so that's 15 capture weight here against only 4 capture weight because these are expendable units. So there are the Changebringers blasting away, and Changebringers are really good in the Vampire matchup because they can be protected really easily by Furies. Furies defeat Vargeist and Fellbats, especially the Khorne version, and with the Bloodthirster in the sky, you're pretty much guaranteed to win the aerial duels, right, against the Vampire Counts, unless they go like a Blood Dragon Lord or Strigoi Vampire Lord or something, but then it becomes a little bit closer. So back objective going to be stolen by Oishi. Oishi is able to get that. The home objective here does look to be going to the Vampire Count slowly as the demonic units do start to crumble. But man, the Necromancer, oh my god, he got Curse of the Slug! Holy shit, the Greater Demon, oh, with the Flames of Tzeentch, dude, that was a cool heavy metal shot right there. He's going to continue whipping here and doing some nice work. And dude, the Master Necromancer's down for the count! Oh my god, Bob is going to get this with this freaking Bloodthirster build. I love to see it, man. So Nurglings, you know, slowly getting through the zombies here, and critical binding on the skeleton as well because of the fact that the Master Necromancer is dead, and I don't know if I see a comeback option here. The Exalted Bloodthirster is going kind of balls deep this game. 2,200 value. Changebringers are just absolutely rampaging here. Plague Ridden going to be flying in the sky, and yep, I think that Oishi is kind of cooked. Because the thing is, eventually these Plague Bearers back here, they're pretty semi-elite infantry. They're going to be able to cut through zombies and ghouls all freaking day. Now, it's going to take them a while to do it, but they will get there eventually and get through both of these units. So it's only a matter of time, especially, dude, look at isn't it great when friends work together? When all the Chaos Gods holding hands and just being homies and really, really getting it done here. So yes, the chopping is here. We do see the flamethrower attacks going down on the back of the Tithe, as well as the Cryptors right here. And yeah, the Vampire Counts do have the objective advantage, but that Bloodthirster is going to be an issue. And the Changebringers, of course, will be unsummoned, giving a bit of a refund. And here, the Demons are going to get this objective as well. Now, Oishi could recall in his Vampire Lord, but I think he's just going to be trickling in chaff units. Oh, the Stern's been actually coming in. Stern's been one of the best infantry units in the game, in my opinion. Very, very good. I mean, obviously, there's infantry that beat them, but from a cost-effectiveness standpoint, these guys are raid bosses. The regeneration, the anti-infantry, the insane stat line, what's not to love. A couple Chaos Furies going to be sacrificed to try and intercept them. And now it does look like there's going to be a bit of a pullback. The Bloodthirster also is kind of cool because he can smash these White Kings in combat. I don't want to get him trapped here. He's pretty much healing capped. We do see the Plague Ridden coming in to help. And on this point, the Seeker Chariots. What the hell is this? Seeker Chariots? Those things are so bad. I feel like everybody tries to make them work and they just never work. I mean, they'll do okay at crumbling down some of the zombies and skeletons and whatnot. Nurglings do break through the Skeleton Spearmen, getting their capture weight up on the objective, so they are going to be stealing that one. But we do see Oishi retaking the lead here. I mean, Oishi is one of the best players in the world, so I mean, maybe there's a comeback option. We're going to have to see. Bob getting his refund for unsummoning that expensive unit, and immediately is going to be calling in what? It's going to be Bloodletters. Excellent choice. Bloodletters will trade very well into Stearnsman. And like I said, it's only a matter of time before the Plague Bears and the Blues get through here. I think those are just Konigstein Stalkers, yeah. So where is the Bloodthirster going to go? I don't think it's worth it to really fight back here. We still have the Hellforged Host going, by the way. Killing the White Kings is a great call. And the fact that the Hellforged Host is still fighting, they like just looked like a dead unit. But all these attacks that are landing on the White King, that's big damage. You're going to see the HP diminishing pretty quickly. And the other one is going to get killed by the Giga Chad Bloodthirster most likely. Or maybe he'll come back here and finish this one off. We'll have to see. But yeah, the Stearnsmen now arriving. Nurgling's getting worn down a little bit by the advance of the Dire Pack. But they're going to hold their own for now, and Nurgle's chosen, indeed, or Nurgle's little gremlins is more of an apt description. Bloodletter's on the way up. Oishi going to be approaching 1,000 points, so it's getting a little bit sketchy for Bob. You know, he's going to need to get an objective here soon. We do see the Nurglings coming out of the Vanguard here. One of them's going to be heading to objective 1, but intercepted by Fellbats. Really nice. Fellbats will lose the Nurglings, but it'll tie them down for a long time and keep them from getting to the objective. And now the Plague Bears and the Blues are trying to waddle their way over here, but the Varix Reaver is a pretty strong cav unit. They do have regeneration and good sustained combat and good armor and everything, so they'll be tough to kill. But the Plague Bears do get up on the point. Nurglings do as well, so that point's going to flip. This one is being contested, though, pretty heavily here. Bloodletters will provide 5 capture weight here, which is going to be very nice. And the Master Necromancer taking a little bath in this runic vault. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. That's probably in the book, honestly. I don't remember. I read the book maybe 4 or 5 years ago, so I don't remember all the details, but yeah, I remember that Gotrek, that's where he finds his, it's not in the halls themselves, but in the Chaos Waste, I think Gotrek finds like his rune axe, which is like one of the rune axes of Grimnir. They're like these legendary weapons from like a Lost Age. Super cool. But yeah, Plague Ridden grinding, Bloodletters are here, and now the objective fight's certainly going to be changing, and we do see Bob that Builder securing objective 1 here. What is he going to be calling in next? Bob saving up a lot of money? Is he going to be calling in something expensive? I don't know, man. I don't know. Varix Reaver is going to be getting the Invocation, and we do see the Blues and company here. Grinded it on up. Vampire Counts do get the capture weight on the objective with the Cav arriving. Plague Bear is getting a little bit low, actually. The Master Necromancer returning. Palpatine has returned. He, of course, provides healing and a lot of nice support here. Looks like some Chaos Furies maybe going to be trying to chase him away, while in the backfield it is going to be some Blue Horrors moving up. So backside objective also under pressure. It does look like the Demons of Chaos have some good capture weight back here. We did see some units get sent from the Vanguard point over here to the back point, and it is, oh my god. Hellforged Hosts are still going, dude. There's like a 10 of them left, or 20. 1,800 value, dude. They're butchering. Man, that is so clutch. This is probably going to win Bob the game, honestly. Like, it was kind of contested up here with like Oishi having a double cap on him, but yeah, now Bob is able to get the outside point with the Bloodthirster, so that's going to be a big money right there. And yeah, the Seeker Chariots, how much value do we get on those? Probably not much, only 300. Yeah, Seeker Chariots are so bad. It's a shame. Chariots are a little bit janky unless they're really tanky. You know, they have to have like heavy armor and shooting on them to be really be viable, in my opinion. All right, so objective number 2 is going to be flipping here to the Demons of Chaos right now, probably, and there it goes. So that's going to give Bob a double cap, so he does have objective 2, and objective 3 belongs to him as well. This one's pretty heavily secured. The Bloodthirster has been fighting back here for a while, almost 4,000 value, man. And Stearnsmen are tough to kill, so yeah, probably you need to leave the Bloodthirster there to make sure that they stay in check. Oh man, I think Oishi might win on just one objective though. Let's see, it's really tight. So that objective is going to be flipping to the Demons. Oishi is not going to be getting points. And if Bob is able to reach 1,000 points before Oishi reaches 1,250, then he can win on 2 objectives. So I think that's going to be the case, and that probably will end the game. That was actually really tight, because there was a chance that Oishi gets his home objective back and wins on just 1. But now with the current point situation, Bob would just barely win by having 2 objectives against the 1 of the Vampire Count. So Bob can, you know, take up a defensive posture against Oishi here and just cackle. We do see a Corpse Cart coming in, and the Hellforged host is finally defeated, I think. Are they still in there? I think they just got defeated. So very cool unit. Badass name too. The Khorne's aesthetic is pretty awesome, man. It's definitely awesome. So on the other side, Master Necromancer is going to be flying about. He sees the Nurglings pressuring the back objective. Sternsmen are still here doing some work. I think Bloodletters are on them, though. The Bloodletters will probably lose to the Sternsmen, though. There's still 77 of them. When Warhammer 3 launched, actually, the Graveguard units used to have freaking... they used to have magic damage, which was really cracked. That basically made the Vampire Counts shit on all the demons. They got like 20% damage buff across the roster against the Vampire Counts. Or against the Demons, excuse me. It was really, really cracked. All right, so I think this game is over. I think we can say that's the case. The Sternsmen here are still a problem, but Bob's going to be calling in some troops, or at least maneuvering something over there. Yeah, you see the blues going. Oishi knows he needs to... If Bob loses his objective to some mobility play, Crypt Ghouls coming in, maybe, yeah. You could see Bob knows. He's moving all the Nurglings over there. Like, literally every one of those units is going to be running interference, while the blues able to hold down the back objective, and we do see some blues heading over here. So we'll do a little bit of fast forwarding as these two champions posture. Okay, that's a bit of capture weight there, guys, but the blues are almost there. They're going to provide some nice capture weight as well. Bob is so close in points. Man, this is really sketchy. Oh, my God. And the Crypt Ghouls arriving. Okay, maybe vampires do have a fighting chance here. We're going to have to see that. Bloodthirster doing it. Bob probably could have won the game a little bit easier by just reinforcing this point. No Fleshhounds coming in. No super speedy mobility. That's one unit. Oh, my God. Oishi with the MLG play. Dropping a zombie summon to block the advancing units. And then suddenly, you know, this is a game that Oishi probably wins. God damn, what a crazy scrap, dude. It just goes to show, like, the fundamentals of high-level players is nuts. Like, just having the knowledge of when to push objectives, and that's going to be a Sword of Khorne right there. Bob has to get this objective back, like, almost immediately to win the game. And, I mean, he does have more capture weight coming. If Bob had, like, sent those units over a little bit earlier, he just clinches the game and probably wins. Back objective is pretty safe for the vampires, and we do see the capture weight coming back here. Oh, man, yeah. The blues need to get on the point. Nurglings need to get on the point here. Vampires are going to have a little bit of time. Oh, man, okay. Are they going to get there? The demons are fighting, cutting through the crypt horrors. The capture weight is flipping, but at this point, I'm pretty sure that Oishi just wins on one objective. Man, what a game, dude. I really thought it was over. I thought Bob was just going to move some units here and secure this and call it a day, but the fundamentals, man. The block, like that little tactical block right there was like what won him the game probably. So that objective is going to be going to the Demons of Chaos here, and yep, that's going to be it. GG, well played. No time to get the last objective, guys. And Oishi showing why he is one of the best players in the world, as well as Bob. Bob played a meme build and almost beat one of the best players in the world, right? So the crazy stuff. Bob is always an innovator. Not only does he make a lot of our maps on Total Tavern, but he also, you know, brings the fire, brings the Khorne's fury. 4,900 value on a Bloodthirster. Who would have thought you'd see that, huh? Really fun game. Honestly, it didn't come down. It just came down to objective play, like and planning ahead and guarding the objectives and all that good stuff, right? So that's it for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this one, and we will see you on the other side.